Okay, so this video is about the transformation called rotating. And we're going to talk about rotating clockwise and counterclockwise. All right, so given this point A right now in this coordinate plane, that point A is in the coordinate, it went over X, right? Went over X, then up Y. So the coordinate for A right now is at XY. So let's say A is at X, comma Y. Right. So when we rotate it clockwise being the direction of the clock, when I rotate it clockwise, let's look at the axis here and here. So when I turn it, the X direction is here and the Y direction is there, right? So if I look at this coordinate, that coordinate is to the right, so that direction is really the Y coordinate. If we really straighten it back up. And the X coordinate is going downward, so that's in the negative direction of Y. So that coordinate would be Y negative X. If I rotate it 90 degrees clockwise, 90 degrees is one turn, right? So one turn and one quadrant. So that's one turn of quadrant. That's 90 degrees clockwise. The coordinate is Y negative X. So this is Y negative X when it's 90 degrees clockwise. Y negative X. So if I turn, instead of being 90 degrees, I turn it twice. So I turn it once, that's 90 degrees. If I turn the second time, that's 180 degrees, right? So you're looking at this coordinate here. This is now the X direction, and this is now the Y direction. So the horizontal axis is X again, and that's the negative side of X. If you notice, that's the negative side because to the left of the origin. So now that coordinate will be the negative version of X, and the Y value is going beneath. So that'd be negative Y. So the coordinate, if I rotate it 180 degrees, the coordinate changes to be negative X, negative Y. So if I go clockwise, and I take A from its original place, X, Y, and I rotate it 180 degrees, it becomes negative X, comma, negative Y. That'd be coordinate for it. And that's 180 degrees clockwise. All right. So just going back to that point again. You're going to rate, instead of it being 90, which would be here, and 180, which would be there, we're going to rotate it a third time, which is 270 degree turn. So let's look at the coordinates. Let's look at axes now. Here in the X direction is really the Y, coordinate for Y. So that's going to be in the negative side. So that would be negative Y, and the X is up high, so it's positive. Negative Y, positive X. So if I rotate it 180 degrees, 207 degrees clockwise, it winds up becoming negative Y, positive X, because that's the negative side, that's the positive side of those axes. So A was at X, Y. If I rotate it 207 degrees, it becomes negative Y, positive X. That's 270 degrees clockwise. All right. And the last one is 360 degrees. So if I started off with that quadrant, and I turned it 90, and then 180, and then 270, and then 360, it winds up being exactly where it is. So a 360 degree turn puts you right back where you are. So if A was at XY, and I turned it 360 degrees, the coordinate ends up back in the same place. So it's a 360 degree clockwise rotation. And again, all these are rotations. This is a clockwise rotation. Next, we're going to talk about is counterclockwise.